Hello, UM-Dearborn friends, family, and alumni. Good evening. Can I get a good evening? Good evening. Thank you. Welcome to the University of Michigan-Dearborn 2021 Alumni Difference Makers Awards. Thank you so very much for joining us for this very special occasion. We're excited to return to an in-person celebration this year to honor our UM-Dearborn alumni difference makers. Can we please have a round of applause just for the fact that we are able to be together in person? This is our moment to celebrate the immense impact that these alumni have made on our community. This is a momentous occasion, not just because we're celebrating the outstanding alumni today, but because this event marks the very first celebration in the Weiser Family Atrium of our newly renovated engineering lab building. I think that deserves a round of applause too. We are very excited to finally have students learning inside this state-of-the-art facility. My name is Leah Olajide, and I will serve as your MC this afternoon. I am a 2011 graduate of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters. Go Castle. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I spent 50% of my time in Castle and 50% of my time in the University Center as I served as the very first African-American editor-in-chief for the Michigan Journal, the campus newspaper. I also, thank you. I graduated with my Bachelor of Arts in Communication, and I will soon have my master's degree in the same area of study. And by the way, if anyone tells you that going to grad school in the middle of a pandemic is easy, they are lying. I'm also the founder of Colorblind Magazine, which has partnered with the internship office on campus for students studying journalism as well as communication. And this has allowed me to mentor and work with countless students. And during the quarantine, I decided to create my own literary blog, Literature with Leah. Lastly, 4 years ago, I was right where our alumni awardees are today, because I received the 2017 Alumni Service Award. And I've never said thank you. I've never said this out loud, but that night when I won the award, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this award is just so prestigious to me. It's heavier than I thought it was going to be too. And I also, because my brain tends to move ahead of me often, I have trouble staying in the moment. And I was already thinking that night, wow, I've won this award, but wouldn't it be cool to MC this event? And here I am. So dreams really do come true, and it is my absolute pleasure to be here with you all today. Now, a little bit more about the program. For 42 years, we have recognized executives, innovators, inventors, activists, elected officials, teachers, entrepreneurs, and community leaders. Almost 300 people have been honored in that time. All of them are a testament to the University of Michigan-Dearborn, the fact that this university produces victors who create a positive impact, not only in their workplace, but also in their communities and their personal lives. Equipped with a world-class education that combines academic excellence with real-world experiences, our graduates go on to build businesses, pursue successful careers in medicine and law, and lead nonprofit organizations. They also take out the time to mentor U of M-Dearborn students, recruit fellow graduates, and hire University of Michigan-Dearborn student interns. And they stay connected through the greater alumni community. This year's winners are not only committed to their personal success, but the success of the companies they work for, the institutions they are dedicated to, the businesses they've started, the communities they represent, and of course, the university they graduated from, right here at the University of Michigan-Dearborn. They are game changers in their fields of work, using their creativity and innovation to solve problems. These excellent leaders are generous with their expertise and time, contributing to the growth of those they have mentored. Their work and service has left an impact locally, nationally, and internationally, and we are so honored to recognize their achievements. All of the alumni difference makers continue the legacy of leadership that has defined the University of Michigan-Dearborn. They make us proud of our alma mater and what is nurtured on this campus. This is also exemplified by our campus leadership who are joining us today. Please hold your applause, but I would like you to join me in welcoming Interim Provost Gabriela Scarlata, Vice Chancellor of External Relations Ken Kettenbill, and Vice Chancellor of Institutional Advancement Cassandra Ulbridge. Thank you for all that you do for our university. Unfortunately, UM-Dearborn's Chancellor, Domenico Grasso, was unable to be with us in person tonight, but he wanted to share his congratulations. We'll have that video now.
Thank you to everyone for coming together to celebrate our awardees, James, Eric, and Patrick from W3R Consulting, Shahed, Ibrahim, Maya, Dan, and Mark. I wish I could have been with you in person at tonight's Alumni Difference Maker Awards. It is a pleasure to celebrate your extraordinary personal and professional accomplishments. The work you do for our university and the broader community helps set a standard for everyone at U of M-Dearborn to live up to. You are truly acting as leaders in best, and I know that our students are inspired to follow the legacy that you have created. I am optimistic about what's happening at U of M-Dearborn because I know that we have alumni who are truly making a difference in the world. Thank you for everything you do. You are great representatives of our university and make us proud. Go Blue and go Dearborn.
Thank you, Chancellor Grasso. So each one of our colleges represents a unique facet of this great campus. To honor our talented graduates, each of the college's deans will present an Alumnus of the Year award. These awards honor graduates who have shown outstanding professional accomplishments in their field and demonstrated public service and leadership. The candidates are engaged in the mission and advancement of their individual colleges and their respective alumni community. To announce our first award, we will hear from Professor of History and Dean of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters, my Dean, Marty Hershock.
Oh, finally, I can take this off. Thank you, Leah, and congratulations on your new position here at the university, which you didn't brag about. So, over 25,000 University of Michigan-Dearborn students have graduated from the College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters, or CASEL, as it is more commonly known. As a proud CASEL alum myself, I am immensely proud of our varied undergraduate and graduate academic programs that reflect our commitment to leadership, learning, and student success. Countless CASEL graduates have gone on to lead great careers and make a real difference in their communities and the world at large. The 2021 CASEL Alumnus of the Year, Dr. Maya Hamoud, is a prime example of the impact that CASEL graduates have. Dr. Hamoud, or Maya, if I may, is the J. Robert Wilson Research Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology and Professor of Learning Health Sciences at the University of Michigan Medical School. She is the Chief of Women's Health Division and Associate Chair for Education. Not only is Maya a proud U of M-Dearborn graduate, she is a 3-time Michigan Wolverine. In addition to earning her Bachelor's of Science from U of M-Dearborn in 1992, she also completed her MD, MBA, and residency training, all at the University of Michigan. Maya has held many leadership roles in the past, including assistant and associate deans at both the University of Michigan Medical School and while at Weill Cornell Medical College at Qatar in similar positions. She has also been passionate about promoting women's health and wellness programs within her roles. Nationally, she is a senior advisor for medical education innovations at the American Medical Association with a focus on health system science and coaching. Her research in medical education with a special focus on the use of technology in education and the role of academic coaching in learners' development has resulted in over 70 peer-reviewed publications and 3 published books. In addition to being a leader within the medical profession, she is also changing lives in the classroom. Maya has won many teaching and leadership awards, including the Association of Professors of Gynecology and Obstetrics Medical Student Excellence in Teaching Award, the American Medical Association Women Physicians Section Inspiration Award, the Arab American and Chaldean Council Excellence in Healthcare Award, and the Clinical Kaiser Permanente Excellence in Teaching Award, which is the most prestigious teaching award given by the medical school. Most recently, she was named one of Crane's notable women in health in 2020. Maya also volunteers generously of her time. She recently served as the president for the Association of Professors of Gynecology and Obstetrics and is a member of the National Board of Medical Examiners Board of Directors. Closer to home, she is a member of the University of Michigan-Dearborn College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters Dean's Advisory Board, as is Leah, for which I'm grateful for her active involvement and continued support. And I'm going off script just for a second. Recently, she took time out of her busy schedule to meet with one of our current students to talk to that student about her aspirations to become a physician. Just really someone who gives incredibly of herself. Let's take a moment to hear from people whose lives Maya has positively impacted.
I think Maya's deserving of this award. Her life story, moving here to a country where she didn't speak English as her native language. As a little side, she told me she learned how to speak language from listening to Madonna songs. to working her way through, Kmart and her dad's gas station, put herself in school and come out kind of as a professor at such a young age, and really leading the nation in the educational effort for medical students. So can't imagine someone who would embody more of what UM-Dearborn would hope that their graduates would emulate.
What makes my mom perfect for this award, she always looks to ways to give back to the school, whether it's donations or her time. She helps a lot of students, whether they're in the medical career or aspiring to be in the medical career. She takes the time to mentor them, to reach out to them. And I feel like she never takes her time here for granted and always looking for ways to reach out and help them here.
Congratulations, Maya. I'm so lucky to have gotten to work with you all these years. I'm so proud of you, and you're an inspiration to me as well as to our residents that we train and our medical students. And so proud of you, and hope that we have 20 more years to work together.
Mom, I just wanted to congratulate you on this award. I can't think of anyone more deserving. I love you more than anything in this world. You're the best role model a young woman can ask for in and outside of the workplace, and I hope to be half the physician you are and half the mother you are one day, and I just want you to know you inspire me every day more and more. And thank you for being a UM-Dearborn difference maker.
I echo everything that was said there. Maya is a great person and a great friend. As you can see, Dr. Maya Hamoud exemplifies what it means to be an alumni difference maker. Unfortunately, Maya couldn't join us today, so I will be accepting this honor on her behalf. We do know that she is watching the live feed of the event, so as nice and loud as you can possibly be, let us congratulate Maya on being this year's 2021 Castle Alumnus of the Year. All right, I have to mask up so Leah can come over.
Okay, congratulations. Now to present the College of Business Alumnus of the Year Award, please welcome to the stage Professor of Management and Dean of the College of Business, Raju Balakrishnan.
Good evening. I'm going to go off script right in the beginning. This is one of my favorite events of the year because not only do we get to recognize the accomplishments of our best alums, or in the language of the University of Michigan, our leaders and best, we also get to show our existing students what they too could aim to become one day. So you all serve as fantastic role models for our existing students, and I really appreciate you all being here today. Also, as the Dean of College of Business, I would be failing in my job if I did not take a moment to point out that 3 of the award winners today are alums of the College of Business. So go College of Business. Now to the script, Christina. Hopefully that'll make you happy. There are many people who achieve success in the corporate world after earning a business degree. However, an alumni difference maker uses their success to make a positive impact on the lives of the people around them, including their colleagues and employees. So when it's time to select the recipient of the College of Business Alumnus of the Year Award, we consider not just the nominees' success in their career, but also their ability to inspire, motivate, and guide others. And when you take a look at Daniel Weiner's career and service, those qualities are abundantly clear. Dan's 40-year career reflects his passion for design and architecture as well as for international business leadership. Over the last 30 years at Gensler, Dan has acted as Regional Managing Principal of the Pacific Northwest, Regional Managing Principal of the Asia Pacific regions, and the Chief Operations Officer. A longtime member of Gensler's Board of Directors, Dan offers guidance to the firm's managing directors across more than 50 international offices. Highlights of Dan's career include being one of the key architects in the building and expansion of Gensler's global offices, helping to establish both the Midwestern offices of Detroit and Chicago, and later expansion in the West to Phoenix. As the managing principal in San Francisco, Dan added offices in the Pacific Northwest to serve their clients in San Francisco, San Jose, San Ramon, and Seattle. He has been responsible for building 7 national offices during the early expansion of the firm. A lifelong entrepreneur with a passion for learning and exploring new opportunities, Dan journeyed to Asia and assumed responsibility for the Tokyo office in 1993. He established the strategic vision for the firm's global expansion and has since grown design offices in Seoul, Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Singapore, Bangkok, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Sydney. And obviously, he's been traveling around a little bit. And in recent years, Dan was responsible for rebuilding offices in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Dan has become a leader in understanding and sharing what it means to be a global design firm. He has focused on the strong belief that design can change the world and have a positive impact on the lives of people. He is passionate about designing livable cities, sustainable buildings, and the principles of sustainable urbanization. While focused on building the practice, he also works closely with clients and projects and has provided leadership on some of the firm's most important projects, like the Shanghai Tower, a vertical city and the tallest building in China. Dan has focused on what it means to build a self-governing, self-sustaining design practice. He has been one of the key leaders in defining and building the governance structure at Gensler. Dan has also been a key leader right here at UM-Dearborn. In 2018, Dan and his wife Iris established the Daniel and Iris Weiner Endowed Scholarship Fund to support undergraduate students in the College of Business. Dan's focus on organizational infrastructure, cultural diversity, succession planning, and a long-term view in developing people has been instrumental in helping transition from one generation to the next. It's clear to see why Dan is a difference maker in his field. Let's hear a few words about the impact that Dan has had on the people in his life.
I met Dan 30 years ago at Gensler. He had just joined the firm. I had been there 5 years prior. He rescued me. Dan was running a design studio and he invited me to be part of it. We've been working together in various capacities ever since. What inspires me about Dan is his integrity. Dan will always do the right thing. He takes the high road. He will fight for what he believes in. Among my colleagues at work, we have this WWDD phrase, what would Dan do? He's a reference point and really a North Star, not just for me, but for everyone who has had the good fortune to get to know him. Dan took what he learned at the University of Michigan-Dearborn and he did something meaningful and impactful with it. He shaped the careers of hundreds, if not thousands, of people. He worked on projects around the world that millions of people will use and benefit from. I don't think a university could ask for more from one of its alumni. To make a difference in the world, to have an impact on people and future generations, what more could an academic institution hope for? Dan, my dear friend, congratulations. You've been an advocate, you've been an advisor, you've been my confidant. But I think what I value the most is that I can call you one of my very best friends. And thank you for being a UM-Dearborn difference maker.
Dan, thank you for all that you have done for the UM-Dearborn community, and congratulations on being named the 2021 College of Business Alumnus of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dan Weiner to the stage.
Thank you so much. You got to take a picture here?
Of course. You want me to hold that for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I had a bunch of remarks, but I'm going to go way off script here. First of all, this is a wonderful building done by a very well-known architect, the Smith Group. Unfortunately, it wasn't us, but maybe next time we'll get a chance to do a building on the campus. You know, I was just listening to Scott and, you know, some of the comments, and the one thing I wanted to say first and foremost was the person that's had the most influence on my life, the person that has been my guiding light, the one whose perspective I've been, you know, following, and, you know, for many, many years is my wife, Iris. We've been together for 50 years. 50 years. We actually were high school sweethearts, if you believe it. And when I was going to University of Michigan-Dearborn, she was working on her master's at exactly the same time. But I do want to tell you, I know I'm supposed to do this in 2 minutes. I'm not going to do it in 2 minutes. I do want to tell you a story. I graduated from LTU in architecture undergraduate. And initially, I really wanted to go to get a master's in architecture from Michigan. So I have to tell you the funny story. So I get my portfolio together. I go up to, you know, Michigan, and I meet with Dean Yohe from the School of Architecture, and he looks at my portfolio and says, geez, he said, yeah, you know, you've got 5 years of undergraduate in architecture. If you want to come to U of M and get a master's in architecture, that's great. He said, I'll let you do an independent studies. He said, but I really think you should do something else and maybe a different complementary degree. And I thought, okay, what does that look like? And so I go to the School of Landscape Architecture, and I meet with one of the professors there, Carl Johnson, and he said, yeah, I'll let you go to landscape architecture. I said, yeah, you can do that. And so I go back to Dean Yohe, and I said, hey, I've decided to be a landscape architect. He said, what are you talking about, a landscape architect? He said, I was thinking like law or business. And I said, really, business? I had no interest really at that point. And he said, take a class. Take a class for me. And I took a class, and some of you may know him, with Dr. Krakenberg. And it was organizational behavior. And I'll tell you, he changed my life. He really did. It was the most astounding class. I never even thought of as an architect. You know, you think about human behavior and such. He gave me a completely different perspective of what that looked like. And not only Dr. Krakenberg, but the professors here laid the foundation, you know, in terms of the way I see leadership today, vision and strategy and business planning, but also culture and values and integrity. All of that came out of UM-Dearborn for me. All of it came out of you. It was a foundational aspect of everything I did in my career moving forward, and I can't understate that. It was really, really extraordinary. So this, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. It is an amazing honor. I never would have expected to be coming back 40 years later and having something like this happen to me. But it really is the professors, the people at the university here that had the greatest influence on my life. And they're the ones that really and truly deserve the award. So again, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Next, please join me in welcoming the Dean of the College of Education, Health and Human Services, Ann Lampkin-Williams.
Good evening. Good evening. I love that. Much better. At the University of Michigan-Dearborn, we believe in improving the efficiency and effectiveness of learning. We also believe in being an active partner in addressing the challenges our communities face. So when it came time to select this year's College of Education, Health, and Human Services Alumnus of the Year, we chose an individual who is using her education and skills to make our communities a better place to live, work, and go to school. Kim Dobbs, a 2004 University of Michigan-Dearborn Master of Public Administration graduate, is a social entrepreneur, advocate, and innovator who is leading in creating great experiences by offering a range of architecture, furniture, and technology products and services designed to help people reach their full potential. Kim has a passion for building a culture of opportunity and is leveraging that mindset as she partners with organizations leading transformational change projects around the world. This work includes scaling innovation and designing programs that showcase impact, like her collaboration on the launch of the new Learning Plus Innovation Center built at a global hub in Munich. Prior to joining Steelcase, Kim served as executive director of the West Michigan Center for Arts and Technology, which provides a culture of opportunity for people to create social and economic progress in their lives and in their communities. She crafted a model for both adult career training and teen arts, plus tech engagement, leading to the center's inclusion in national learning networks as a best practice. Kim also led Michigan Youth Arts, a statewide alliance that advocates for arts education through access, opportunity, and cultivation of artistic excellence for all. There, she built a coalition of 16 statewide organizations focused on public policy, philanthropy, and advocacy for education. Kim has served as a gubernatorial appointee to the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, which is dedicated to ensuring that every citizen and community in Michigan enjoys the civic, economic, and educational benefits of arts and culture. Kim also served as a member of the Diversity and Inclusion Council for the Varnum Law Firm. She was honored as one of the 50 most influential women in West Michigan by the Grand Rapids Business Journal and has received numerous awards, including a Joyce Fellowship from Americas for the Arts. In 2017, she was selected by IDEO to be one of 30 alumni coaches as part of the inaugural IDEO U-Alumni Fellowship Program. There, she is providing guidance in building a global community of practice. Kim recently became a board member of Hatch, which defines itself as a community movement and a series of experiences designed to activate creativity to hatch a better world. Today, Kim lives in Munich, Germany, and presents internationally on social innovation and design thinking at venues such as the Guggenheim, the Aspen Institute, and TEDx. We are honored that Kim's impressive journey includes UM-Dearborn. Let's hear a bit more about Kim from those close to her.
4 words that describe Kim Dobbs are visionary, creative, passionate, and leader. So the college celebrates leadership, and Kim Dobbs demonstrates leadership. Leadership in a unique way. When she led a not-for-profit here in Grand Rapids, she drove impact not just through her own work within the not-for-profit, but because of the way she built relationships between her organization and the public schools on one side and corporations and others on the other side. And inside Steelcase, she built networks with our own people, helping them see how they can make a difference in the communities in which we work.
I love people that are in service of others first and not themselves. So this is a very selfless individual who sees kind of the mission in humanity of what needs to be taken care of. And there's an extreme commitment on her part to understand and seek to understand what people need. And then her focus on that's incredible.
Kim, I am so happy that you've been part of my life. I want to thank you. Thank you for bringing your vision for social innovation to life here and for making such a huge difference in the lives of our people and also making a difference in the communities where we do business.
This is such a well-deserved award for somebody who never expected any kind of pat on the back. You deserve a standing ovation. So thank you for all you've done. I'm so proud of you. And thank you for being a U of M-Dearborn difference maker.
Kim has made a big impact within her industry, which is why we are honored to recognize her as the 2021 College of Education, Health, and Human Services Alumnus of the Year. Unfortunately, Kim could not be here with us today, but I am happy to accept this honor on her behalf. We will send her award to her home in Germany so that she can celebrate from afar. Congratulations, Kim.
All right, so to continue with our evening, for the next award, please welcome Professor of Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering and Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, Ghassan Cridley.
Good evening. Good evening. Gonna stick to the script, unlike my colleagues. Well, no. This is a first for me, a first for everybody to celebrate this building, a first year, and it can't be a greater honor than to be the one presenting this award to our honored recipient, Mark Ritz. So as the College of Engineering and Computer Science new dean, I have had the pleasure of looking back on the college's success and reflecting how we arrived at where we are today. Talented faculty, devoted staff, and experiential learning opportunities come to mind. But our students and alumni put us over the top. That's why I'm honored to recognize one of our most accomplished alumni, Mark Ritz. Mark earned a master's degree in mechanical engineering from UM-Dearborn in 1975, while working for Ford Motor Company. After receiving an MBA from Harvard Business School, he returned to Michigan to work in Ford product planning, developing Ford's new lineup of compact trucks, including the Ranger, Bronco II, and the Aerostar. He spent more than 35 years in the automotive industry, working for Ford, Allied Signal Automotive, Siemens Automotive, United Technologies Automotive, and Lear Corporation. Ultimately, as Vice President, Business Development for Lear, he had corporate oversight responsibility for 30 global joint ventures and led teams to execute dozens of corporate transactions, including mergers, acquisitions, and divestitures. He retired from his corporate career in 2008 and began the pursuit of an encore career as part of Michigan's entrepreneurial community. Initially, Mark worked for a mobility startup that was utilizing technology developed at the University of Michigan to track the location of vehicles, display it in real time on a smartphone, and predict its arrival time at a destination. After 18 months, the startup became a rideshare company and was eventually acquired by General Motors. Mark now works closely with Ann Arbor Spark, assisting technology-based startup companies in assessing business accelerator grants. He has also been part of the teaching team for Entrepreneur Bootcamp, an intensive program to help entrepreneurs of early stage to form technology-driven companies. As a member of the Michigan Angel Fund's Screening Committee, Mark evaluates early-stage company investment opportunities, supporting the fund's 30-plus investments to date in Michigan-based companies. Mark is also a board member of Attune Medical Incorporated, an early-stage medical device company. Mark, an environmentalist and an advocate for renewable energy, leads by example. He was the chairman of the board of directors of the nonprofit Clean Energy Coalition, and in 2006, he installed a 5.2 kilowatt photovoltaic array of solar panels which power his home. Here at UM-Dearborn, Mark served as a member of the CECS Alumni Board of UM-Dearborn and received the CECS Alumni Service Award in 2015. Mark and his wife, Lee, recently sponsored the Mark Ritz and Lee Gorman Group Study Room in this new engineering lab building, which will provide a collaborative space for students to share ideas, conceptualize projects, and more. His volunteer efforts don't stop there. He has served as both an advisor to the Ross Business School's Social Venture Fund and as a member of the External Advisory Board of the Urban Institute for Global Sustainable Enterprise at the University of Michigan. Alumni like Mark help build upon the legacy of our college. So let's hear a bit about Mark in this impacting, for how he impacted those around him.
The four words that best describe Mark Ritz are intelligent, intense, focused, and generous. Mark's had a great impact on U of M-Dearborn students through his work with the Alumni affiliate and his philanthropy. So I saw Mark at one of the scholarship award dinners. He and Lee, his wife, had done a scholarship, and watching him talking to the recipient of the scholarship, I was really inspired by that. Mark was very sincere in wanting to help U of M-Dearborn students.
So my good friend Mark, first of all, congratulations. You are well deserving of any kind of a recognition, and I'm proud that you're getting one from the University of Michigan-Dearborn. It's been a long time since those early days when Lear acquired UT Automotive, and you and I got a chance to work really closely together. You know, you may not realize the impact that you had on the company or that you had on me personally, but you helped me greatly to be a better leader. And to really understand how to be effective in a big company. And for that, I'm truly grateful, and I wish you the best, and I look forward to seeing you again soon, my friend.
So Mark, I just want to say my sincere congratulations on earning this award, and that I think you are most deserving of it, and it's about time. Congratulations, Mark, and thank you for being a UM-Dearborn difference maker.
Thank you very much. The videos were a bit of a surprise. And first I'd like to acknowledge, in addition to Dean Cridley, whom I'm very honored to have worked with most recently, but also I've worked with Dean Sengupta and Dean England and really enjoyed working with them in their leadership capacities at the school. And I'd like to also acknowledge the CECS Alumni Affiliate Board. Rich Anderson is here. which has provided great support to the students, the faculty, and alumni, led by its long-serving chairman, John Cole, whom you saw on the video. I'd also like to recognize my wonderful wife, Lee. She's been among many other things, my career guidance counselor, and for the last 10 years, my business partner in pursuing our encore careers together in entrepreneurial services. And in our spare time, as you saw some of the pictures, we explore the world together. Finally, I'd like to say a few words about the intrinsic value of an engineering education, and especially the value that I received from it. Of course, there's the practical value of being in demand for high-paying jobs, and certainly acquiring the specialized technical knowledge about how to design new hardware and software. But there are less obvious benefits that may be even more impactful over a lifetime. First is the ability to make fact-based decisions. So this means first recognizing the realities of a situation, then thinking rationally, weighing both the known and the unknown factors to come to an informed conclusion. Second is a disciplined problem-solving thought process that starts with identifying the root cause of a problem, analyzing possible solutions, selecting the best one, and implementing it. And third is the habit of lifelong learning. Keeping up with new developments in rapidly changing technologies fosters an ongoing sense of curiosity, an openness to new ideas, and an appetite for new knowledge. These life skills, acquired through my engineering education here at the University of Michigan-Dearborn, have served me well in the 46 years since I graduated. So I very much appreciate this award. Thank you again for this Alumni Difference Maker Award.
Again, congratulations, Mark, on being the 2021 College of Engineering Computer Science Alumnus of the Year Award recipient.
So I have to say, before we move on to the next award, I'm married to an engineer. So Mark, thank you very much for your insight into the mind of an engineer, and congratulations again. Next is the Alumni Service Award, which honors someone who has shown leadership and service to the Office of Alumni Engagement, our alumni body, and students. It recognizes an alumnus who has brought together alumni and volunteers, an alumnus who has distinguished themselves by the energy, effort, and creativity they demonstrate in addressing a challenge. To present this next award, please join me in welcoming Director of Alumni Engagement, Christina Frendo.
So the deans like to make fun of me because I stick to the script, because I usually cry, so I'm going to try to hold it together. Within the Office of Alumni Engagement, we're honored to get to know our closest volunteers through their continued commitment to serving our students and our campus. I looked at him, not going to happen. Ibrahim Almazin, a 2012 MBA graduate from the College of Business, has been serving our campus since his commencement and exemplifies what it means to be a UM-Dearborn Alumni Service Award winner. I have to stop looking at him. I'm so sorry. I first met Ibrahim in 2017 during his tenure on UM-Dearborn's Alumni Society Board. It was a true blessing to join the engagement team and immediately profit from a steadfast and honest advisor like Ibrahim. To describe him in one word would be generous. He's immeasurably devoted to being a part of the Dearborn difference and is tirelessly committed, giving of his time, his talent, and his treasure. Ibrahim financially supports student scholarships, and he participates time and time again in our alumni mentoring program. Ibrahim has been a faithful mentor for our students through the 30-minute mentor program and the College of Business Career Planning and Development class. He volunteers in the College of Business Internship and Career Management Center, taking part in mock interviews and informational interviews with our students. He is a volunteer who you can count on to be there whenever needed. There have been many, and I stress that, many last-minute phone calls to Ibrahim asking him to help us fill an open mentor position. This past year, in collaboration with Alumni Engagement, Talent Gateway, and Career Services, the university responded to the need for virtual mentoring and implemented an online mentoring platform for students. Ibrahim once again stepped up to the plate and offered to assist with enriching the academic experience and professional growth of our students through this pilot program. Participating virtually or in person, one of the important issues Ibrahim addresses on our campus is giving our students confidence in how to interact in an interview and how to portray professionalism in the workplace. He is a connector, bringing alums back to campus to get involved in alumni programs and events. He personally enhances our high-profile events and brings pride to students and alumni alike. In addition to his passion for mentorship, Ibrahim has created a fruitful career in event technology management. He has held multiple positions at Marriott Hotels, and shortly after earning his MBA right here at UM-Dearborn, he started his own production company, Infinity Creatives. His thriving company takes him all over the country, executing corporate events and conferences, including being our go-to AV team for this annual awards event. Ibrahim supports our campus as a donor, a volunteer, and an advocate. His positive attitude and friendly smile makes our students, alums, and myself feel welcomed and special. Ibrahim, you are truly one of a kind, and I am honored to have you represent the UM-Dearborn alumni community. Let's take a moment to hear from a few special friends who adore you as much as we do.
I've known Ibrahim for about 10 years. We were on the alumni board together. First impression I have of him was, this guy's really fun. I look at him and his interactions with both students and alum, and I say, wow, this guy, A, he gets it, and B, he wants to share it. I've done mentoring sessions with him. I've done networking sessions. I've done resume reviews. When he comes into the room, he immediately puts everyone at ease. And that truly is inspiring to me to say, wow, this is really the kind of person that we want to have everywhere here.
I met Ibrahim at an event in Dearborn in 2011. His company was providing AV services, and it was actually my first job after starting a video production business. Ibrahim immediately took me under his wing, opened countless doors of opportunity for me and my business, and has continued to be one of my most loyal friends. He taught me how to think more creatively and intentionally. He's taught me how to be a better leader.
Ibrahim, I would like to say thank you for all you do for University of Michigan-Dearborn, all you've done to help me. You deserve everything. You truly are what is U of M Dearborn.
Ibrahim, thank you for showing me how to be a successful small business owner. Thank you for always having my back, and above all else, thank you for being a mentor to me. You've impacted me more than you'll ever know. Congratulations on winning this truly deserved award, and thank you for being a UM-Dearborn difference maker.
So on behalf of the UM-Dearborn family, thank you to our friend Ibrahim for all that he's done to make our campus a wonderful place. And a special thank you for always answering our last-minute phone calls and for making us laugh. I am very grateful for all that you do for us. Congratulations on being the 2021 UM-Dearborn Alumni Service Award recipient.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. I guess this is what it feels like to be on this side of the... This is completely new for me. I'm usually sitting in the back over there, making sure everybody sounds good, the videos play when they're supposed to be played and all that. So this is all new for me. Thank you. So I don't really have anything prepared other than just saying thank you for everything, for the opportunities, for allowing me the ability to volunteer and give back to the campus. So appreciate that. Thank you to everybody at the alumni office, especially Diane, who, without her, this event wouldn't be possible. So let's all give her a round of applause. Also want to thank Tom. Everything you said there, I was thinking that about you, brother. Thank you for getting me involved. Coming up to, you came up to me and said, hey, there's an opportunity here. You want to volunteer? And that was, opened that doorway to the alumni board. And then from there, just kind of been volunteering and helping and doing all that. So I appreciate that. And then finally want to thank my wife. Well, without you, nothing could be possible. You're an amazing wife, awesome mother. And allow me to do all this stuff. And finally, just want to put a plug in for the mentorship program. Please, all the alumni, bring it back. If you get that phone call, say yes to Diane. Not that I don't mind doing it all or being there, to fill in the gaps, but for everybody, please, it's a great opportunity to give back, whether it's the mentorship, whether it's the interviews, the mock interviews, anything like that, just having the ability to bring back and connect with the students. Gary, you and I have done so many of these together, and it's incredible to be able to sit there and just, even afterwards, we sit down and kind of chat about what we encountered and what things can be different, and we even learn from each other. Like, I always learn a lot more than I give when I come back to these things. And honestly, it's the most fulfilling and most rewarding experience ever. So everybody, if you can, and you get the calls for mentorship, you get the calls for interviews, please say yes to them. Do them more frequently than often. It's really good. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Did it. I didn't cry. That was a tough one. Okay. Our next award is the Graduate of the Last Decade Alumnus of the Year. As the name suggests, this award is given to a graduate who celebrated their commencement within the last 10 years. They distinguished themselves through their connections to the university or efforts in the community, and have also begun to distinguish themselves in their chosen profession. These future leaders become the victors of our world. And this year's Graduate of the Last Decade Alumnus of the Year, Shahed Atiyah, demonstrates just how powerful determination, motivation, and commitment can be. Shahed was named a student difference maker as an undergraduate at UM-Dearborn, where she found her voice for speaking up and supporting others as the president of the student government. She became a member of the Michigan Theory Group, following her experience in the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program, and she has remained engaged with issues affecting incarcerated people throughout her subsequent career. Since Shahed's graduation in 2011, she's lived up to the difference maker title in multiple ways. As a law student at Wayne State University, she worked for People's Watch in Madurai, India, where she partnered with community leaders to address issues of human rights. Shahed co-instructed a course in political science at Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility, and she worked for the State Appellate Defender's Office as a student attorney, drafting oral arguments for their attorneys to use in appeal cases. As a research assistant for the American Civil Liberties Union, Shahed was committed to supporting the ACLU's work in challenging the School-to-Prison Pipeline Project. The School-to-Prison Pipeline Project is a disturbing national trend wherein children are funneled out of the public schools and into the juvenile and criminal justice systems. As a legal clerk at George P. Mann and Associates, PC, Shahed also became proficient in immigration law, applying her skills as a native speaker of Arabic to translate for clients and compiling application packets for Department of Homeland Security cases. While still in law school, she was selected as a member of the legal team investigating the Flint water crisis, the only Arab and Muslim to serve in that capacity. In 2017, Shahed established her own firm, Atiyah Law, and has gone on to represent clients facing deportation, family separation, and other complex problems involving international legal issues and multiple federal agencies. She participated in the Society of Twisted Storytellers series in Detroit, telling her own story as the daughter of immigrants. Just this year, she created the podcast An Immigrant Girl with her aunt, Rhonda Bennett. They discuss their own experiences as immigrant women while offering guidance and encouragement to others facing these challenges. Let's hear a bit more about how Shahed has remained a UM-Dearborn difference maker all of these years.
Shahed was a student of mine in my Inside Out Prison Exchange class. Shahed inspires me because of her persistence and her commitment to her principles and her values. From our university, she went on to law school. She did human rights work in India. She's engaged with issues of criminal justice reform. She's engaged with the Flint water crisis, and she's kept that commitment to those principles that she had when I first met her. Shahed seemed like a sort of both the perfect illustration of what our campus is about, but also a model for other students to look to in terms of what they can be and what they can do when they leave this campus.
Shahed is a person that inspires me because of her authenticity and her dedication to community service through her work. She herself is an immigrant who came here from Iraq, and she is now using her experience and her expertise and her education to help others who are also immigrants, help them navigate their new home here in America, to give back to the same community that she actually was educated and came up in, which is Southeast Michigan. Shahed, thank you for all of your authenticity and all that you do. Your values, they make you a lovely person, a great community member, and an even better friend. I look up to you, I'm proud of you, and congratulations on this most deserved award. And thank you for being a UM-Dearborn difference maker.
It's clear that Shahed is making a positive impact in the community and is more than deserving of the honor of being UM-Dearborn's 2021 Graduate of the Last Decade Alumnus of the Year.
I promise giving the microphone to a lawyer might make some people nervous, but I kept my remarks under 2 minutes. Thank you for the award committee for selecting me as the award recipient. To be frank, I never expected such an honor. You could have literally chose anyone from the last decade, so I will not let you down. Anyone that knows me, whether through this institution, in my personal life, or in my professional life, knows that I am a fighter. At times, those battles I had were in silence, sometimes behind closed doors or in dark rooms, in my head even. But in this institution, my pushback started with professors and administrators fostering that energy and building an environment for me to become who I am today. It was in these buildings where I had professors like the professor here, Dr. Stockton, and the professor that gave me a nice note, Dr. Draus, and Professor Lemper and Professor Bergeron. It was here where they told me that I was going to do something one day. Only at the time, I didn't see it. It was here where I learned to stand up for what I believed in, to find my voice, and to push forward. And as I look back at my undergraduate career here at the university, I spent most of my time involved at the UC, just like Leah said, than in classes. But that is what led to my legal career, so thank you for that, U of M-Dearborn. And to bring things full circle, Leah actually wrote the article endorsing me in the Michigan Journal to run for student body president. Thank you. It may be odd to hear me thank administrators in this setting specifically, but anyone who remembers who I was on campus remembers that I gave those administrators hell from the time of the start of my campaign as student body president until my very last day. So thank you for putting up with me. The skills that I learned through the pushback and those interactions made me a better attorney and make me a better attorney every single day. Thank you for all the people who sent me very loving messages and for my friends and family who are here with me today to celebrate. And finally, as a newlywed, I'm learning from all the people who have had decades of marriage. I am going to thank my husband, who I got through law school with and who continues to challenge me every day as a loving partner, as a business partner, and as my best friend. I'm humbled by this award, and I will keep making U of M-Dearborn and my U of M-Dearborn family proud. Thank you.
Yes, Shahed, we had fun memories in the UC, didn't we? Congratulations. So last year, UM-Dearborn created the inaugural University of Michigan-Dearborn Alumni Business of the Year Award in recognition of the impact that COVID-19 has had on businesses and communities worldwide. We are very happy to announce the continuation of this award to highlight the amazing work that alumni-owned businesses are doing in our communities. To introduce the 2021 Alumni Business of the Year Award, please welcome Vice Chancellor for Institutional Advancement, Cassandra Ulbridge.
All right, talk about going off script. I'm going to give Chris heart palpitations right now. So it's all good. I just wanted to take a moment, personal privilege, because many of you may not know, but this event, as of 48 hours ago, was supposed to be outside in a tent. And we have a lot of staff that pulled together within 2 days to make this happen. And I just wanted to recognize all of the staff from alumni engagement, institutional advancement, and events that made this happen. If you will all please stand up so we can recognize you. Kevin, stand. Michelle, where are you? Michelle, Chris, Diane. Thank you all. I just had to take a moment. And Chris, thank you so much for your leadership. You've done a wonderful job. This looks tremendous. Thank you, guys. So now back to the script. Established in 1995 by two U of M-Dearborn students, W3R Consulting, then Web Runners, Inc., has become an award-winning national leader providing data management and analytics, technology, consulting services, and talent solutions. Eric Hardy, Chief Executive Officer, and Patrick Tamina, Chief Financial Officer, have grown their business to include 400 plus employees and contractors based on a collective vision with mutual trust and respect. They partner with a diverse range of businesses and organizations, including Fortune 500 companies spanning the automotive, financial, government, healthcare, insurance, and retail industries. Headquartered in Southfield, Michigan, today W3R has 6 satellite offices across the country. They have become one of the Midwest's fastest growing African American owned and operated technical consulting firms, experiencing a more than 400% revenue increase over the past 4 years. At W3R, they believe a large part of their success stems from the valuable relationships they foster with their clients, business partners, and employees. With credit to the leadership of Eric, Patrick, and their Executive Vice President, Keith Eccles, W3R has received numerous recognitions and awards on both the local and national level, including Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan's 2013 Diverse Supplier Achievement Award for Minority Business Enterprises. The firm has been recognized by Inc. magazine as one of the nation's 5,000 fastest growing private companies and featured on Detroit's 101 Best and Brightest Places to Work list for 7 consecutive years. W3R is passionate about giving back to their community. The firm annually co-sponsors, along with the Detroit Medical Center, the WXYZ Channel 7's Project Healthy Living, which provides free or low-cost health screening tests to individuals 18 and older in sites in the city of Detroit and many of the surrounding counties. Right here at U of M-Dearborn, W3R Consulting was the 2021 presenting sponsor of the U of M-Dearborn Athletics Hall of Fame golf outing. We're also honored to have Eric as a member of the U of M-Dearborn National Advisory Council. This council, comprised of constituents from different sectors of industry, advises the Chancellor on all matters bearing on the effectiveness of the service of the University of Michigan-Dearborn. Let's take a moment to hear a bit more about the impact that W3R is having on their community.
I met Eric Hardy a few years ago at the Tigers game, and they were our title sponsor for our golf outing this past summer. What's so inspiring is the fact that they were at the golf outing and they were smiling, they were having a great time, they were in all the raffles, and their involvement, not just as the title sponsor, but just to talk and be engaging with everybody, was truly inspiring for all of us. Thank you, W3R Consulting, for your support of the athletics department. Your support helps our student athletes grow and will help them succeed in competition and in the classroom and help them have a tremendous student experience and also student athlete experience. And congratulations on winning this award. You've earned it, and thank you so much for your support of UM-Dearborn and UM-Dearborn athletics.
A great company is not just defined by its revenue and P&L, but today a great company is one that has a true community impact. I witnessed the amazing growth of W3R over the years, attending many of the same supplier diversity events. To Eric and Patrick and their team at W3R, I want to say congratulations for all you do in the community, especially for the University of Michigan-Dearborn. You didn't forget your roots and where you came from, and you are inspiring the next generation of entrepreneurs that hail from the University of Michigan-Dearborn campus. Congratulations, my friends, and thank you, Eric and Patrick, for being UM-Dearborn difference makers.
So Eric, Patrick, and the entire team at W3R Consulting, thank you for all that you do, and congratulations on being the recipient of the 2021 U of M-Dearborn Alumni Business of the Year Award. Please join me on stage to receive your award.
So first of all, let me say thank you to the university, to the Vice Chancellor, to the Chancellor, to all the deans that we've had the privilege of spending time with, to our wives. My wife is a physician, so she's doing God's work tonight. But thank you to Pat's wife, Kelly, who's a longtime friend of mine as well. We just appreciate and recognize how special this moment is. We've chatted many times about it, and like others have said, we've come really full circle. It's been about 25 years since we graduated, and I don't think we would have imagined we'd be here in this place at this time in a reflective moment about what our careers have meant, and certainly our time spent here at this university. We're very proud of our history here. And we oftentimes remark to folks that we started the business here, We got our education here. We're engineers. And we also believe that that analytic background serves us well. As a matter of fact, of the 5 daughters that we share between us, 3 of them started college this year, 2 of them at Michigan-Ann Arbor, and we got 1 of them to come here to Dearborn, so I'm celebrating that as well. Oftentimes, Pat and I are kind of looked at, and we've seen now the story of diversity grow. So congratulations to continuing that legacy about African American owned business and Chaldean owned business being leaders in this local community for how things can be done very constructively. We've enjoyed a very, very successful career together. Our third partner, Keith, is a big portion of that as well. But we're looking forward to continuing our work with mentorship and scholarships and bringing kids in for internships into our analytics programs. These are the things that we believe we're here to do now. We've had our turn. It's been a great run, and we're still going to continue working hard. But every day we think about how we develop the leaders of tomorrow. And we know that the University of Michigan-Dearborn is doing its part in preparing these young minds for tomorrow, and we will continue to do our part to participate in that. And we're very proud and very thankful of the award, and thank you for the recognition.
Eric usually does all the talking. I'm usually in the background, but a couple fun facts. We actually started W3R Consulting in the ELB in this building, or in the old building. We started another business that did not do well, which we won't get into. And this is kind of, like you said, full circle and fate at the same time. I was supposed to go to MSU, and about a week before I went, my parents kind of sat me down and said, hey, they wanted me to stay home, help with the family business. So I started a semester later. Eric actually went to Oakland University to play basketball, and then he transferred here. So, and I was sitting down there thinking about, wow, a lot of things had to happen for us to meet. And I think we actually each had plans to maybe even go to Ann Arbor once we got here. But this became home. We became friends and family, and it's still home. So thank you for the award, and W3R thanks you.
Great video surprise.
I don't know about you. After the pandemic, I just can't wear heels anymore. So I'm only 5 feet tall to begin with, so it doesn't help. So this event wouldn't be complete without honoring the 2021 Distinguished Alumnus of the Year. This award honors a graduate with exceptional achievements in their profession, outstanding contributions in their field, and extraordinary dedication to the community. James Lico, a UM-Dearborn Business Administration graduate from the class of 1988, is the founding president and chief executive officer at Fortive, a Fortune 1000 startup with a family of more than 20 companies whose impact circles the world. In his role at Fortive, Jim sees himself as the chief optimist, meaning that one of his most important duties as CEO is to inspire other people with a belief in the potential of Fortive by being optimistic and encouraging them to do their best. At Fortive, Jim drives the overall vision, drawing on 2 decades of experience at Danaher. He joined Danaher, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, in 1996 as vice president, operations of Vita Root in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I think my staff is testing me right now with all these words. And was tapped for roles of increasing responsibility before being appointed the executive vice president and member of the Office of the Chief Executive. During his tenure, his multi-industry responsibilities focused on test and measurement, transportation technologies, and industrial technologies. Jim had corporate responsibility for corporate procurement and served as the executive leader for the emerging market regional boards of China, Japan, India, and the Middle East. He also prior held positions at Allied Signal and General Motors. Jim has demonstrated exemplary leadership in the field of business, but he is also a leader among CEOs in the area of diversity, equity, and inclusion. He is leading the way toward needed corporate change. As he says it, we call it inclusion and diversity, since we need to start with the former to achieve the latter. Jim is working to make sure to create Fortive as a destination for great talent to do their best work. He also serves on the CEO Action for Diversity and Inclusion Council, the largest CEO-driven business commitment to advance diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Recently, Fortive engaged in a day of caring, giving their teams around the world an opportunity to join together and give back in a meaningful way. Each company provided 1 paid day per month for each employee to give back to their communities. This resulted in more than 200 community service events in over 90 communities worldwide. Fortive employees donated an estimated 100,000 volunteer hours to the communities in which they work and live. Jim and his wife, Maureen, established the Donald Thomas Lico Endowed Scholarship in the memory of Jim's father, hoping to encourage and inspire the next generation of business leaders right here at U of M-Dearborn. In addition to his generosity to student scholarships, he serves on the U of M-Dearborn National Advisory Council and was a member of the U of M West Coast Capital Campaign Advisory Team. Near home in Seattle, Jim and Maureen are generous supporters of the Cocoon House, a teenage homeless shelter which conducts outreach to and provides short and long-term housing for homeless and at-use young people and their children. Let's pause for a moment to hear a bit more about Jim's commitment to his industry and his community.
Jim really deserves this award because of how unique he is in caring for the people around him and the communities around him, while at the same time making a difference in a very large enterprise globally. Jim has a way of taking what we need to do and making it everybody's cause. He has the ability to rally people of different backgrounds, different styles, different geographies, and get them all on the same page. For most of us, working for Jim isn't a job, but it's something that we do to try to change the world. And he continues to hold that North Star up to make sure that we're going in the right direction.
Jim is very deserving of this award. I can't think of someone who personifies community better than Jim. He sees opportunity in obstacles. He is someone who inspires others to be selfless and to get involved in whatever way they're able. And he continuously does this, and I truly believe it's a part of his personality. He doesn't seek praise for the efforts that he does. It's true to his core. Jim, congratulations on this award. You've helped inspire my growth as a leader. You've made countless impacts to our agency and have embedded yourself in the legacy of what Cocoon House is and does. And I just can't thank you enough for your commitment and your passion and energy for this work.
When I look around and see all the work that you've done, the lives that you've touched, not only at Fortive and at Danaher before that, but in the community, boy, what a great legacy. If we could all be a little bit more like you, the world would be a better place. And thank you, Jim, for being a UM-Dearborn difference maker.
It is my honor to recognize Jim Lico as the U of M-Dearborn 2021 Distinguished Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations, Jim, and thank you for all that you do.
I rarely move the microphone up, I can tell you that. It's thanks so much for the award. I think I'm so humbled by being the last speaker. I said to my wife, Maureen, at halfway through, I said, man, I'm such a slacker. These people are incredible. What am I doing getting an award here? But I really do think that what we heard today is people doing great work. And it's inspiring and humbling to be a part of this session. You know, I'm so impressed with all the work that Domenico and the rest of the staff, Cassandra, everyone, to really keep the students engaged over the last couple of years. The toughest job in the world has been to be in the administration of a university. So I'd just like to thank everybody in the administration for the great job they've done. I'm a little partial to the business school, and so Raju is a dear friend and confidant, and I'm just so blessed to have his friendship as well. I didn't exactly distinguish myself on campus here when I first started. And I remember I was one of 5 operations management students in the school. And in those days, almost everybody in the business school was an accounting major. And I think that is still true today. I was one of the 5, and I remember going to Dr. Cowan's office one time, and what I found is, after talking about linear programming and queuing theory for about an hour, that I found my inner geek. And I really changed my life to really get into manufacturing and really do the things that were so great for me personally, but also have an opportunity to change and work with great people around the world. I'm incredibly fortunate. I was blessed with a great family who've joined me today. I have 3 women in my life who are incredibly important to me. My mother, who just celebrated her 90th birthday, and has been an inspiration to us. My sister Lori, who's also a graduate of UM-Dearborn as well, who's one of my best friends. She gave me her season tickets when I was 16 years old, and I've been a fan ever since. But most of all, my wife Maureen, who together with us have raised 3 incredibly great children who have almost all of it to do with the work you've done and almost nothing that I've done. So allowing me to travel around the world. My father always said, the greatest guidance, as you heard, his scholarship is in his name. My father's greatest guidance to me always was, great speeches are brief. So with that, I'll say congratulations to everyone today. Thank you for this award. I'm again humbled beyond belief. We have a great opportunity to continue to do great work. Let's be inspired by today, not only for the awards we see, but for the future and to help continue to make this university an outstanding university. Thank you.
Let's have a round of applause for all of our alumni difference makers. I know that I speak for everyone when I say that we are proud and honored to call you UM-Dearborn alumni. We look forward to continuing our relationship with each of you, and we know that you will continue to positively impact this campus community. Please be assured that you are outstanding role models for our students, and you epitomize what is best about this university. You are enriching the future, contributing to a better world, and challenging the present within your industries. Our alumni are Wolverines, victors, the leaders, and best. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. As the University of Michigan-Dearborn alumni community continues to grow, we have even greater potential to continue to be the victors that our region, nation, and world needs. Thank you again. Go Blue and go Dearborn. Have a good night, everyone.